you told some incredible stories on incredible healings.
There's a lot more.
Oh, I know there are. I know you don't count.
No.
And I know you shared with us some pretty remarkable ones. We talk about raising the dead. I mean, you've been a witness where God has used you as a vessel to pray and actually raise people who've been dead.
Do you want me to tell one of those?
Yeah, I would. Now that we're on that subject.
Young boy, 14, maybe close to 15 years old. We had morning church. We'd been teaching on raising the dead because I'd gone down to the morgue to try and raise someone up and they didn't get up. And so I thought I got to get into this because God said we could raise the dead. So I started to teach on it. And then we'd gone home for lunch after Sunday morning. It was before we started to all have lunch together. And we were at home with my parents. And I got a call, a little boy, this 15-year-old had been on the bottom of the pool, they don't know for how long, and he'd had some sort of a seizure, and he was dead. And the ambulance came that some sort of revival, he died again on the way in. So I met him in the intensive care. And the mother, who was one of our really good ladies, and her husband, they came out. I met him just before the curtain, before I go in. And she just, before I said anything, she says, I want 100% with Timmy now or in heaven. No in between. I knew what she meant. I don't want a vegetable. I'm not going to. And that was her decision. I said, 100% now. That's all I said. I went in, I got in the way of doctors, and I did huffed and puffed. I did everything that I could think of doing. And the doctors pulled me out of the way eventually. And I submitted to that. But as they were pulling me back, I'd leant down into his ear, and he was in comatose. Toes were all, and there was machines and things going, but he was dead and he wasn't really functioning. And I just said, Timmy, when you're ready, get up. I was just an Aussie sort of, like you were talking to your kids, like, get out of bed, you got to be ready, Mum's got breakfast ready. But I said it with such faith. Well, he went home. We all stayed in the hospital all night. And then his dad was right at the foot of his bed. And then somewhere the dad fell asleep. And Timmy sat up in the bed because I said, just get up and get on with it, kind of thing. He sat up and he tapped his dad on the phone. He said, Dad, what am I doing here? And he was fully alive. The dad took him through every uncle, auntie, because the doctor said even if he survived, he would be brain dead because there's no blood to the brain for a certain amount of time, all that. Scientific and medical gets really messed up when God turns up. Lazarus was dead for 4 days, so it's not like, we hadn't even done the 4 days yet. But he got up and he was an absolute miracle. And the doctor came in looking for the boy that had drowned because they had, for harvesting, they keep them on machines and they look like they're alive. I've had a few of these over the years. And it's hard to see them because they look alive, but it's the machines making them breathe because they want to harvest your lungs and your retinas and your cornea. And so it's not like the doctors are keeping them functioning because they want to raise them from the dead. It's because they're protecting the harvest. But it works for us because it gave us a little bit of room. And Timmy's now, he's been to university, he's got children, and he's pretty happy about that. Yeah. So is his family.
So we kind of skipped a spot that we really had mentioned on the previous episode, that it's a really important thing, and we're going to go right to that right now.